Dear Diary, I watched another musical. It was called Swing Days Codename A. It is based on the story of Arirang, a successful entrepreneur who is also an independence activist. People around me were crying and sniffing. The story was easy to follow and the actors, of course, amazing. Welcome to Heart Attack. I'm your DJ, Pretty Little Iris. We'll be back after Shooting Star, 조각별 by 예린.
이런 말은 희미한 저편에 머물고 내 마음보다 빠르게 세상은 돌아가 털레털레 무거운 마음 위를 따라 걷다가 무심히 올려다본 밤 하늘 위는 쏟아질 듯 반짝였어 벅차오를 정도로 어쩌면 닿을 수 있을 거라고 내 안에 그런 생각이 든 순간 어둠 속에 가장 빛나는 작은 별 하나가 내 하늘을 가로질러 문득 소원을 빌었어 아득한 밤을 거쳐 언젠간 내게 닿는 순간 다시는 돌아오지 않을 내 밤이 되어줘 상처가 아무른 자리에 빛을 스며들고 꺼진 마음에 다른 이유가 자라나 백색의 성의 마음처럼 잔잔한 웃기도 누군가에게 닿은 이가 될까 밤하늘은 쏟아질 듯 반짝였어 벅차오를 정도로 내일을 기대하고 싶다고 내 안에 그런 생각이 든 순간 어둠 속에 가장 빛나는 작은 별 하나가 내 하늘을 가로질러 문득 소원을 빌었어 아득한 밤을 거쳐 언젠간 내게 닿는 순간 다시는 돌아오지 않을 내 밤이 되어줘 먼 미래에도 또 다른 별에서도 기억할 수 있게 웃음 질 수 있게 널 절대 놓지 않을 테니 어둠 속에 가장 빛나는 작은 별 하나가 내 하늘을 가로질러 문득 소원을 빌었어 아득한 밤을 거쳐 언젠간 내게 닿는 순간 다시는 돌아오지 않을 내 밤이 되어줘
That was Shooting Star, 조각별 by 예린. You guys are listening to Heart Attack and I'm your DJ Iris. I hope you're having a good day today. Welcome to a Thursday show. So today, in a nutshell, I woke up, I was supposed... Okay, again. 3, 2, 1. I was supposed to wake up at 8 a.m. My alarm went off. Then I pressed snooze and I slept for 15 more minutes. And then I woke up before my second alarm rang. And then I made another alarm at 8:30. And then soon it was 8:30 and I had to wake up, but I was so tired that I fell asleep. I opened my eyes and it was 9 a.m. So I had to rush and do my makeup. But because I was rushing, I didn't have a lot of time, so I didn't curl my lashes today. So I hope you enjoy. No mascara, Iris. Hi guys. I was sleeping in the car. I took some naps here as well. And then I had a terrible headache. So I had a terrible headache and I tried to ignore it. So sometimes when I have a headache, I just say, no, I don't have a headache. And then I just try to just live through it, but I couldn't live through it. So I had pills for my headache and then I wanted coffee. So I Googled, can I have coffee with headache pills? And then they said, yeah. So I'm drinking coffee. And I think there's a bug in my coffee because I see something that shouldn't be there. I'm not really sure if it's a bug or not, but it's like a smaller than a grain-sized white/grayish long skinny oval that's just floating around in there. I don't really know what it is, but there's no way I'm standing up to go get a new cup of coffee, so I'm just gonna have some extra protein today. Oh my gosh, I forgot to talk about the musical. I watched this musical called Swing Days Codename A. It's the second time they're playing this in Korea. It's a Korean original musical, and they based it on Yoo Il-han, who is a very famous person in Korea. He's an independence activist and an entrepreneur. He was actually known more as an entrepreneur because he is the man that made a super famous Yuan Corporation. So it's like he does a little bit of everything, but mostly it's like about meds, it's like a medicine company. But then because he was so successful, he studied abroad in like the States when he was young. He was born in 1895. I have no idea how he managed to go to the States and study, but he went to the States and studied at the University of Michigan, and then University of Southern California, and then Stanford. And then he made a company and he became really rich and he started funding other independence activists. And then when he was 50 years old, he was part of this project called the NAPCO project. And this NAPCO project was a top secret project. And it was a secret plan to send Koreans to infiltrate Korea and de-establish Japanese rule. And he was 50 years old and the oldest so-called spy to join this project. But right before the project happened, the surrender of Japan happened, so they got rid of Project NAPCO. But because it was top secret, the files were all secretive and nobody knew about this project until every single member of the NAPCO project passed away. So I think it was around 1990s when they released all the files. And loosely based on this whole story of this man's legacy, they made a musical in Korea called Swing Days. Very successful man. And very interesting musical. I watched the musical actor Park Eun-tae for the first time, who is a top musical actor in Korea. Very interesting. I saw his I don't even know what to say. It was just amazing. His voice, of course, his acting, of course. So I really enjoyed it. And what else? I had a terrible I was in pain that day, but it was enough funness for me to forget about the pain. So yeah, it was fun. I watched, oh my gosh, did I not talk about the other musical I watched last week? Well, I'll use it for tomorrow's opening. I watched an insanely good musical on Friday. Oh, I forgot to talk about it. It was so good. I was so sad. It's not a sad musical, but I don't know. I was sad. I'll talk about it later. Anyway, yeah, so it was a really culturing day for me, and you guys should check it out again. Check out Yoo Il-han later because apparently he didn't give any of his money or funds to his children, just tuition, and he's a chaebol, so he's a good guy. Respect. Okay, song time. Left Me by Winner.
여기에 롤리팝 아름다운 목소리로 Love me, love me, love me, love me 난 영원해 너와 함께 춤추고 싶어 Love me, love me want you to love me 너와 함께 숨 쉬고 싶어 I wanna give it you I wanna give it you 너와 나의 손 볼 수 없어 I wanna give it you I wanna give it you You're the only one Love me more 남자들을 홀리는 강력한 페로몬 Somebody help me yeah, yeah. 너 때문에 모든 남친들은 다 쇠로워 뱀의 나의 강아지부터 내 월급 마지막 숫자까지 사랑해줘 엄지와 검지가 닿을 때 Like that 눈이 부셔 넌 까만 밤의 별 다른 건 안 보여 난 너의 것 너도 내 맘과 같아 Go just tell me now 여기에 lollipop 아름다운 목소리로 Love me 난 영원해 너와 함께 춤추고 싶어 Love me want you to love me 너와 함께 숨 쉬고 싶어 넌 주인공 난 널 빛내는 extra 조명을 받은 so amazing my baby 작은 표정이 사품은 내는 나와 너의 매력에 난 베이지 my lady 아직 모르겠다고 말하긴 늦었어 oh, 난 한마디면 돼 Say love me 난 영원해 너와 함께 춤추고 싶어 Love me I want you to love me 너와 함께 숨 쉬고 싶어 I wanna give it you I wanna give it you 너와 나의 손 볼 수 없어 I wanna give it you I wanna give it you You're the only one Love me more
Arirang
Radio.
Let's talk about what we do on Heart Attack. I'm your DJ Iris. In our first hour, we have Heart News. I read you guys news articles on what's happening in the arts and culture world in Korea. And then we have Heart of the Day, where I ask you guys a question on our Instagram. Our Instagram is Heart Attack _ Arirang. Today's Heart of the Day was, what's something you learned recently? We always learn. There's always some room for improvement. As Patrick Bateman says, anybody can always get a little thinner. I'm kidding, that was such a toxic thing for him to say. Yeah. But there's always room for our brains to learn something new. And the more you learn, the more you see. And the more you learn, the more cuter and hotter you'll be. And the more cuter and hotter and smarter you are, the more Iris will probably like you. Because Iris likes brains. That was very unneeded context. So what's something you learned? It doesn't have to be anything knowledge related. It could also be something like, oh, recently I learned that I don't like vanilla ice cream. Recently I learned that mint chocolate chip is tasty. Recently I learned that Iris is pretty even without mascara on. Stuff like that. So let us know. If you also want to send a message to me, you can do it at our sent message board or our email at heartattackarirang@gmail.com, and I will be reading them in a bit. In hour 2, we're joined by Professor Cynthia on Travel Diaries. We'll be talking about the hottest things of Korean contents and hotspots to visit this week. If you also are interested in participating in our 2026 Arirang 2026. Wait, that's a really satisfying 2026. 2020 is not fun. It has to be 2020. I can't. No. Listener survey is happening on our pop-up on our website and mobile app, so go check it out. This is Why by Taeyeon.
언젠가는 내 두 발이 닿는 대로 이끌리는 시선을 뺏겨버린 대로 가볍게 걸어갈 낯선 곳을 그리다 또 결국엔 어쩌난 긴 한숨에 멈춰 세상이 전부는 아냐 하루 종일 걸어도 똑같은 풍경은 절대 보이지 않아 하얀 종이에 적어본 why 잉크처럼 번지는 맘 I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling to you 바람 불어오면 good, good, good yeah 펼쳐지는 모든 건 green, green yeah 달라지는 맘이 work, work baby 이미 눈앞에 아른아른대는데 지금 떠난다면 good, good, good yeah 만나게 될 모든 건 green, green yeah 가벼워진 맘이 work, work baby 이미 눈앞에 아른아른대는데 막 서려와
June 11th, Thursday. Here's today's culture life news of Korea. This is Heart News. Clear skies and mild early summer weather continue today. Morning temperatures started 1 to 4 degrees below average in most areas, including 6.2 degrees in Seoul. This afternoon, highs will reach 27 degrees in Seoul, Daejeon, Gwangju, and Busan, while Daegu climbs to 29 degrees. Brief showers are expected across many regions later today, bringing 5 to 30 millimeters of rain, with stronger downpours possible in inland and mountainous parts of Gangwon province. UV levels will be very high and ozone concentrations may reach unhealthy levels in many areas. Temperatures are expected to rise gradually from tomorrow, with daytime highs approaching 30 degrees by the weekend. Musical actress Ivy will take the stage on Broadway this August as Roxy Hart in Chicago. She was invited to audition by the musical's US production team and was ultimately cast in the lead role. Ivy will perform at New York's Ambassador Theater from August 17th through September 6th. It is a rare achievement for a Korean musical actor to be selected as a leading performer in a Broadway production. Roxy Hart is a role Ivy knows well. She first played the character in Korea in 2012 and has returned to the role over 6 different seasons, appearing in nearly 600 performances. Ivy shared that she still feels both honored and excited to bring one of her most beloved characters to the Broadway stage and is currently focusing on intensive training in English dialogue and pronunciation. BTS has achieved another major milestone in Japan. The group's global hit Dynamite has surpassed 900 million cumulative streams according to Oricon, making it the 8th song in the chart's history to reach the mark. BTS is also the first overseas artist ever to achieve this milestone. With this accomplishment, BTS joins a small group of artists who have exceeded 900 million streams in Japan, further proving their enduring popularity in one of the world's largest music markets. The group is scheduled to continue its world tour with performances in Busan this weekend, where fans are expected to gather from around the world. This has been Korea's Heart News of the Day. We'll be back after 이럴 거면 by Ivy and Hooligan by BTS.
흔들어 놓지 말지 이럴 거면 잘해주지나 말지 이럴 거면 좀 스쳐가게 놔두지 너를 모르는 채 살게 하지 떠날 거라면 원망해도 후회해도 널 향한 나의 사랑은 이미 엎질러진 물처럼 주워 담을 수 없어 나를 울리려고 이러려고 날 사랑했니 너를 사랑하게 했니 멀쩡한
watch this beat go, we hooligan. We pop out, we acting a fool again. Hooligan. Watch this beat go, we hooligan.
Where this baseline slap is so rude, dropping lower than drop this
Hooligan. Watch this beat go, we hooligan. Man, I'm about to blow fuse. 동제 볼록 머리춤. 뛰어 미친 놈이들. Me everywhere, earth somebody move. 다들 모여 하나 둘. I can never ever choose. Every one of you amuse. Crowd looking like a campus. Beat drop, bring dancing. Watch this beat go and hooligan. We pop out, we acting a fool again. Hooligan. Watch this beat go and hooligan.
Where this baseline slap is so rude, dropping lower than drop this
Hooligan. Watch this beat go, we hooligan.
I go cool, crazy, loco, say me like it cool, 굳이 말 안 해도 알잖아. Hooligan like hooligan, 때려 부셔 like hooligan. 시간 됐으니 좀 비켜좀 얼굴이 이상 mode.
Take you out. What's the future? What's the now? This is international. Make it unforgettable.
Watch this beat going hooligan. We pop out, we acting a fool again. Hooligan. Watch this beat going hooligan.
Yeah, we the mess, gonna get a bigger mop here. This a cake, gotta get a better pop here. You gon' hear this one playing round the clock, yeah. Round the clock.
Why this baseline slap is so rude, dropping lower than drop the screw.
Hooligan. Watch this beat going hooligan.
Why this baseline slap is so rude, dropping lower than drop the screw.
Hooligan. Watch this beat going hooligan.
Knock knock, what's on your heart today? A question a day to keep your mind awake. This is Heart of the Day.
I want to stay.
Sudden question. I have a question or a quiz for Heart of the Day. Do you think I say knock knock, what's on your heart today? A question a day to keep your mind awake. This is Heart of the Day. Or do you think I say knock knock, what's in your heart today? Is it what's in your heart today? What's on your heart today? Do you know which one I say all the time? Just curious if you know which one I say. Today's Heart of the Day is, what is something you learned recently? Something I learned recently? Something I learned recently is that this is so hard. Something I learned, this is so hard. I can't think of anything. Okay, what did you guys say? I hear on. Bahar says on. On your heart? Knock knock, what's on your heart today? A question a day to keep your mind awake. This is Heart of the Day. Knock knock, what's in your heart today? A question a day to keep your... Well, the reason why I asked you is because right now I said knock knock, what's on your heart today? And then I looked at the script and it says knock knock, what's in your heart today? So either I just said on all this time thinking that this was on the script, but also like I memorized this so I don't look at the script. I don't know, but I probably read the script in the beginning of the show early years. So I don't know at what point I switched. So I was just curious which one you guys are used to. Yeah. So yeah, what did I learn recently? Maybe it's the musical Swing Days, maybe about Yuiran. I think that's the most recent, because it was Tuesday. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Tigoshiro says, things that I forgot. Retention is hard. What did you forget? Kevin says, cooking. What did you learn to cook? More Than Suffering says that Iris is the greatest person ever born. But I asked you, what is something you learned recently? Did you just recently learn about this? Steve says getting rid of clutter can be done in small stages at a time. We're so proud of you. You learned from Heart of the Day. Wow. Benny says, I learned how to explore the place even more. Okay, is this maybe related to Open Heart as well? Sua says, I learned how to say hello in Korean language. How do you say it, Sua? Dracula says, good cleaning and organizing advice from Open Heart interview. Thank you, Heart Attack. Aww, I'm so happy we're a help to you guys. Robin says, the fact that there are shady browser extensions that play YouTube videos in the background. Does that mean I'm in your background right now and you're doing other stuff and not concentrating to me? I'm kidding. I'm still thankful. And also to manipulate click counts. On what? Click counts on what? SB says, I learned eel is not easy to cook. It isn't easy, but it's tasty if it's done right. Korea has some good eel. Matthias says, Korean, I'm loving learning it. Oh, you should comment in our comment section. Let's do Korean together. Steven says, the term Renaissance translates to rebirth in European history. Interesting that you learned this out of the blue. Next is Leon saying, learning to file for stamp duties for work purposes. Stamp duties. Bahar says, I learned one can actually turn their emotions off. How? By sleeping? Because for me, I don't even think by sleeping it works, because when I sleep, when something's on my mind and I sleep, that thing happens on my mind. So how do you turn emotions off? I wish I could do that. Ricky says, a bit about the life of Yuiran. Thanks, Iris. See? Such, what's the word, guys? Helpful? Such a helpful show. Heart Attack. Austin says, started taking Audinate Dante level 1 again for work, and I still don't like networked audio. I haven't heard about this. Did I say Dante right? Because I just know one Dante in my life. Isn't Dante such a pretty name? Dant or Dante, whatever you say. Audinate Dant. This, I'm trying to see what it is. Is a complete AVoIP platform offering full control and management used in more than 3,800 networked audio and video products worldwide. Worldwide. Yum, yum. It's time for a tongue twister. Random tongue twister generator. It's because, okay, I'm tired. I'm tired today, so my tongue and my mouth and lips not working. Okay, everybody do this together with me. I'm gonna say it first, and then you guys have to say it. The Peppy Puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles. Wait, what? What does this even mean? I don't want this. Something else. Not the Peter Piper one. I always do that one. Not the Splish Splash one. 12 short tongue twisters. Let's do this. Which is which? That's so easy. She sees cheese. 6 sticky skeletons. 6 sticky skeletons. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. He threw 3 free. Oh, he threw 3 free throws. Specific Pacific. Specific Pacific. That's so fun and easy. Specific Pacific. Fresh fried fish. Daddy draws doors. Friendly fleas and fireflies. Clam and can. Toast for saints. 6 sheep. Interesting. We'll be back after a song. 그래도 by 최유리.
않겠지만 또다시 우리 그때로 돌아간다도 사랑해 날 그래도야 아가지는 날 피어난 작은 내 마음에 그 봄이란다 작지만 강하고 굳은 줄만 알았는데 내 맘이 아려와 실은 널 담을 순 없어 그저 번져버린 나의 마음 마저 사랑해줄래 어떡해 이런 날 자연스레 여겨 이대로다 그래 난 저기 사람들 반을 반도 못하겠지만 사랑 빼고 뭣도 없는 사람일 뿐이야 지켜봐줘 머물러줘 내 사랑 나에게로 와 내 맘 받아들여 달리 뭣도 말하지 않겠지만 또다시 우리 그때로 돌아간다도 사랑해 날 그래도야
I had chocolate on my face and no one told me. Since when did I have chocolate on my face? I was trying to reapply lipstick and I looked in the mirror and I had chocolate on my cheeks and nobody mentioned it. 내 사랑 나에게로 와. That's my first time listening to that song and I liked it. Okay, I guess it's time for us to listen to a song. Da 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 dang. The first message is, "Hey Iris, how are you?" from Tigger Shior. I've been voluntold. What's voluntold? Not voluntold. I've been voluntold that I'm going to be mentoring a high school student this summer at work. It's some kind of job shadowing program for kids with disabilities. As I have cerebral palsy and I'm autistic, it was believed that I would be a good fit for the program, or maybe it's because of my helpful nature. Either way, the first day was good. The student forgot his lunch. He didn't want the employee lunch, but feeling he should eat something, I bought him a cup of fruit and a soda. It was his choice, I told him. I would buy him anything. Could I please request Didori by Meow in the likely event this isn't suitable for radio? Could I please request Hands Up by Meow? Have a great day. Hi. That's nice. That's nice to help others. Do you want to talk about volunteering, guys? Let's talk about, okay, story time. Not really interesting, but here are some volunteer works I've done in the past. When I was in elementary school and middle school, I used to perform at this place called Shepherd's House. It was where homeless people could come and eat Korean food. And so I would go and I would sing for them while people were eating and I would throw on a performance. So yeah, I did that. And I brought my guitar there and I would just sing and I would just play my guitar, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so that's something that I did. Another volunteer work that I did was, there was a time when I translated Korean traditional folktale children's books into English. So I did that. And then I also did, I'm so sure I did other stuff as well. I just can't remember. There was okay, actually, I don't know if this is volunteer work, so I won't mention it. I've also done, Is that it? I'm so sure I did other stuff. Why can't I remember? Other than that, yeah, I mean, I feel like I did something at school, but I cannot quite remember. I feel like I went to, oh yeah, there was a time, how can I forget? This was the first volunteer work I ever did. Kind of different from a volunteer thing, but there's a time when I performed at a charity event. It was for a children's hospital. And I remember this because this was the first time I was ever on stage. So this was my first performance ever. And I remember the name of it as well, but I'm not going to say it because I'm afraid there might be receipts online. I'm just gonna search it up to see if there's a video online. So, how could I forget this? Oh my gosh, what if they actually have this? So, it was a charity concert, and they asked me if I wanted to perform, and I was like, oh nah, I don't really want to perform. But then they were like, oh, never mind, you should. So I didn't really have a say in this, but this was my first ever performance as a singer, and I sang a song with my guitar. And okay, maybe there isn't a video online. I'm very glad. Yeah. Okay, maybe there isn't a video online. I'm searching just in case. Yeah, maybe they got rid of it because I remember there was a video upload online. Somebody filmed my video, my show, and then they uploaded it. Yay, they don't have it. They don't have it. Yay. Wait, I'm just gonna double check quickly in case they do have it. Nope, they got rid of it. Yay! The receipts are not out there. With the guitar, yeah, it was with the guitar, and I sang a pop song. It was a cover, and I remember I was 9 years old because I remember asking them if they could introduce me as a 10-year-old. I was like, can you tell them that I'm 10, not 9? Because my birthday is in a few weeks. And they said, no, but you're still 9 and your birthday isn't until a few weeks. And I said, no, just tell them I'm 10. And then they were like, the younger the better. Like, they're gonna think you're a prodigy. And I was like, no, I don't want to seem like I'm 9. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's been so long. 9. I was 9 when I started singing and performing. I didn't realize. Ugh. But yeah, that's what happened. Ricky says, new side quest. Find the video. You're not gonna be able to find it because I did the whole search up and it's not out there. I did the whole search up. Wait, let me rephrase it just in case there's another rephrased video out there. Nuh-uh, they don't have it. Except I will give you a better side quest, guys. If you want to see a picture or an article talking about me when I was young, I'll give you a hint. There's an article or like a local newspaper talking about how a very young Korean girl named Iris was singing actually they didn't mention it's a Korean girl because whatever. There's an article out there talking about a very young girl named Iris singing at the local garden opening ceremony, singing the Canadian anthem. And here's a huge tip. And the mayor was there. So I feel like that's a nice side quest you could be doing if you want to search that article up. Steven says, you look pretty every day. I woke up late today too. Dance party? L word, Steven R. No dance party. I don't dance. Leon says, ooh, the one you sang at the park of something. That's true. That's true. I did mention it a few times. Steve says it could still be on someone's hard drive or memory card. I don't know. Would somebody save a video of me when I was 9 years old and still keep it to this day? Oh, maybe they could have. Maybe they put it up on their drive or whatever. Let's go listen to a song and 2 songs and we'll be back. Hands Up by Meow and What to Do by Dean.
누름이 휘둘러봐 네 녹슨 소울 질투 가득한 admiration self-affirmation yet still unsure 반짝들과 두 눈이 me and my girls you deal with so I don't killing, done it not willing hands up, who the real villain 내 안에 불씨들 won't let it die 꺼지진 않겠어 I will survive 이래저래 해도 나 but it no you're not so what we gonna do I see you look at me now hands up crack the sky open put your hands up break the sky let the water fall so without double 몰라도 throw it out what you want to hands up crack the sky open put your hands up break the sky let the water fall so without double 몰라도 throw it out what you wanna do 불타는 맘다 태워봐 어차피 또 피어날 테니까 이제 다시 거슬러 위로 아래로 다 뒤집어 Let the drum go rum bum 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 Crack the sky open put your Break the sky open put your Crack the sky open put your Break the sky open put your hands up
하루가 지나도 울리지 않는 폰 이젠 이런 기다림이 더 익숙해진 걸 모래시계처럼 쌓이는 한순간 반대로 너에 대한 내 기대 서서히 줄어들어 이곳에서 바빴다면서 어색한 핑계 늘어놓는 널 봐도 몰랐었어 대신 말았는지도 그저 네가 변했다는 사실을 믿기 싫었을 뿐 Your love is just a memory Baby, it's your last time to give me your best try and to give your heart to me 대체 왜 이래 그만해 이제 이별 노래 가사처럼 변해가는 너의 말 It seems like over to us 잦은 다툼 속 의미 없는 상처를 남기고 전부를 되돌리기엔 너무 늦은 듯해 전부를 쏟아도 결국엔 채워지지 않을 너처럼 원래 알았는지도 이별은
Download the Arirang Radio application.
Type in
ARIRANG.
Arirang Radio on your app store.
Download it and listen to
Arirang Radio.
88.7 in Jeju City,
88.1 in Seogwipo City.
101.9 in the Daejeong area.
Tune in, Arirang Radio.
I spent the past 2 song times searching up for the article and I could not find the article, so I guess it is gone. We'll go listen to a song and I'll be back in hour 2. This is 넌 언제나 by Daybreak.
하루하루 늘어갈 뿐이야 널 향한 그리움은 아픔은 늘 새롭지만 너는 너의 길 가네 원한다면 기다릴 수 있어 난 그대로인 거야 떠난 건 너 혼자였으니 그대로 돌아오면 돼 내 잘못을 탓하는 것이라면 돌아온 후에도 늦지 않아 아직 시간이 있는데 네가 떠난 그 모습 그대로 머물러 있을 거야 더 이상 거짓스러운 나를 위로하고 싶진 않아 처음으로 사랑을 알았어 다시 널 찾을 거야 이제야 너를 위해 내가 살아있다는 걸 느꼈어 원한다면 기다릴 수 있어